Hello, my loves. Today we're going to be talking about new perspectives on ultimate living. My eyes have gotten a transformation, and I got this big download about the truth about ultimate living, the simplicity of it, how you know you are on track, that it's a lifetime journey, and so much more. So I'm going to be sharing all that good stuff with you. If you have any questions, feel free to write them in the chat as I am sharing this with you. And if you're watching the replay, you can also just type in questions as you watch this live. So I'm going to begin with how this all began. So this all began because 2 days ago, I went and had my LASIK procedure redone. So if people don't know, LASIK is when you get your vision corrected. So I went to get my vision corrected, and I didn't realize that I wasn't seeing 20/20. And I was going around the world with it being all fuzzy, but I didn't even know. So why does this matter? Because the question to you is, where are you living in your life that you are walking around and things are kind of fuzzy and you're not in full alignment? So I knew all of a sudden when I was working in TV that when I was trying to read the teleprompter, I was straining and squinting, and I was like, okay, this is not good. Let me go and get my eyes redone. And turns out I had a vision that required glasses, and I didn't know. And I'm walking all around and living life without glasses. I can't even see anything. Why does this matter? Because when I got my LASIK done 2 days ago, I literally felt like I had a new perspective on life. I was like, oh my God, my life is different. Right now, after getting my eyes done, my life is different. Because all of a sudden, I could see the beauty of nature. I could see the leaves and the flowers and the textures of the bark and the crisp and all the things. And I was the colors, and I was oh my God, I feel like I'm in 3rd grade. In 3rd grade was when I first got glasses, and I wore contacts and glasses my whole life. And then when I got LASIK, it was just I just didn't need it. And this was back when I was in med school. I got it done. And now after all these years, I knew that I might have to get it redone. I did. And what happened to me that day is I had a mini enlightenment. I had a mini enlightenment because all of a sudden the world was so beautiful. I was seeing the world for the first time. And I remembered the things that we all know, which is that simplicity and beauty and being in the moment is what makes us happy. It's not all the things we have and the places we want to go. It's right here, right now. And we know this, all the spiritual teachers say it, the Buddha says it, everyone says it, be here now. But it's what does that even mean to be here now? And I have a trick for you. Being here now is really about focusing on the details and the attention and the moment and all the little moments of the now. And you do that through your senses. So for some time, I wasn't really using my vision fully. So I was missing out on the moment because I couldn't even see it, right? So then when I was okay, what other ways, right? And I went to, we do it through our taste. We eat delicious foods. It's about enjoying the moment, savoring the moments. We do it through touch. We do it through our senses, through smell. When you smell a beautiful flower, this is how we live in the moment. It's that simple. It really is. And so to live your ultimate life, you need to be present to right here, right now. Not focusing on where you're going. Not in the past, wishing you could change things and that things would be different. No, living your ultimate life is being present to what is happening now and being so grateful for it. And how I like to do that is I like to notice what's beautiful. In every single moment, there is something that's beautiful. If you are outside, the first thing that's obvious is nature. Nature is beauty innately. We've seen this in studies because nature is symmetric, and the human brain likes things that are symmetric and is oh yeah, that's beautiful. I like it. And nature is one of those things. So to be here right now. It's like go on a walk in nature. Like even when you're outside, like I went inside at a cafe and I was looking at the trees on the block. And even, lately I've been looking out my window and looking at all the trees. And I remember when I moved to LA, one of the things I loved the most was all the different trees that are on all the streets. It's like amazing for trees, LA. And now that my vision is back, I'm like, look at the trees. They're like these beautiful, magical beings. And they have like all different shapes and colors and sizes and leaves. And I was literally in love with life 2 days ago. And I still am. But, right away when I was like, oh, and I took my goggles off and I was like, oh my God, I can see everything. I remember the meaning of life. It's to be here now in the present moment. So how you know you're on track to living your ultimate life too is that you know that it's a lifelong journey and you are doing the things to evolve yourself so that you are a match for your ultimate life. So for example, if you want to live in Beverly Hills, right? Some people might have that dream. Or you want to live on tropical island. Are you doing the things that get you to be a match for that? So maybe you need to create a business for yourself where you are able to live in a tropical place. Maybe you need to make more money so you can afford the house that you want to live in. Are you doing the things to get you there? Maybe living your ultimate life is about having your ultimate relationship. So are you in a relationship where you have like a pit in your stomach and you're like, oh my God, why am I in this relationship? But this person loves me so much and I'm going to stay because they love me. This is actually a topic of conversation in my Ultimate Woman program because of course women love to talk about men and boys and relationships and we can't help it. We love love. And so often it goes back to, what is your ultimate relationship? You know what that is. And part of living your ultimate life is knowing what is your ultimate life. What does that mean to you? It's different for everyone. There's no right or wrong answer at all. So when you know what is in alignment for you, then you make choices based on, is this in alignment with my ultimate life? Does this person make me feel like what my ultimate relationship would be? Am I settling? Because living your ultimate life is not settling, right? So it's also taking the steps to get you there. So does that mean you have a bunch of different relationships until you find your ultimate one? Absolutely. Why? Because you're learning. Every single relationship is an opportunity to learn. Every single adventure you go on, I don't know where I want to live. So you try here, you try there, you go to different places. I'm not sure. I want to create a business. I want to be an entrepreneur, but I'm not really sure of what I want to do at my entrepreneurial business. Guess what? Try different things, trial and error. But there is actually a more strategic way. It's not like trying blindly. It's like get clear. Like, okay, what do I love to do that doesn't feel like work? How would my ultimate day be spent? So really it's about connecting to your soul, and your soul is effortless. Your soul's like, this is what I want. This is what I came to earth to experience. Help me out. And your soul is talking to you, and you know how your soul speaks to you is through desires. So your ultimate life is essentially like if all of your desires manifested, that would be your ultimate life. So in your business, in your love life, in your family life, in your leisure time, in your art, in your craft, it's all of it manifested. So it's not true, you can't have everything you want. Of course you can. Of course you can. Who says you can't have everything you want? Of course you can. So really, I invite you, even as we're on this call right now, it's like tap in and of course share any comments or questions you might have. I see a bunch of you signing on and hello from all around the world. I can see people. Hello, Nikki. Hello, Danny. Lots of different people coming on. Roxy, Jacob. So I love seeing you guys live here, and sharing questions is great too. And of course, I come here with an intention of what to share. And my intention for today is I want to have you feel activated to live even more. So part of why we're seeing such a rise in mental health issues and people on antidepressants is because people don't feel fulfilled in their lives. And then a lot of people will medicate with social media addictions and then comparisons and like seeing everyone else's life and then thinking like, oh my gosh, I can't have that. I'm not like that person. I can't have it. I can't have it. But I'm here as a messenger to remind you that you can have it. You can have your ultimate life. Your ultimate life has been destined for you. Your soul decided, I want to come to earth to experience this life, aka your ultimate life. And when you are settling, that's when you get sick. That's when you feel out of alignment. That's when you feel like, ugh, I don't know if I'm supposed to be in this situation right now, right? Because you get yourself stuck in things and then you don't have the courage or you just don't have the mindset to know that more is possible for you. So you stay and you stay stuck. And that's not what any of us want for you. And the other thing is sometimes, and I know from myself and the women that are in my Ultimate Women program, sometimes there's guilt around wanting more. Oh, you should be happy. You should be happy with your job. You should be happy with that relationship. You should be happy where you live. You don't need to have that big house. You don't need to live on the beach. You don't need to chase your dreams. You don't need to travel the world. Just be right there and happy where you are. And it's like, no, like that's not truth either. So I'm really, it used to be like live your best life. I'm like, no, let's live our ultimate life. Like almost like you have to stretch your brain about what you even think is possible for you. Stretch your brain beyond what you even think can happen for you. That's what I would love for you. To really stretch beyond your comfort zone, beyond the place that's like, oh yeah, it's comfortable here, so that you can live that extraordinary life that you're like, oh my God, I can't believe this is my life. And the way you know, like I said, you're on that track is because you are constantly in evolution, in personal development, in healing yourself and healing yourself of the past, of things that are not serving you anymore. Upgrading your mindset, upgrading your belief systems, upgrading what you allow in your life, your standards, right? I also like to say it's like tuning up. Just because you are aging, it doesn't mean you get old. And I love when I see people actually start to blossom later in age. And we see that so much, usually through celebrities, you'll see that, right? Because their life is on the spotlight. But I can say that for me, it's like every year gets better and better. And it doesn't mean that there's not trial and error, that you go and try something, you're like, okay, it's not for me. Oh, let me try that. Because that's actually how you discover living your ultimate life. Because ultimately there was a desire there if you tried it in the first place. So I want to remind you too I want to go back to the simplicity piece of the way we really manifest the future is how we feel right now in the now also. So when you tap into like how you feel every day, when you wake up, it's like, are you alive and illuminated and lit up because you're so excited for what's coming? You have your eye on the prize, but you're here right now. You're not like worried and anxious and fearful about it, like, or even doubting yourself, like, oh my God, I don't even know how I'm going to make that happen. No, you're actually in a place of like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited for what I'm planning for myself. Like, yes, that it like helps you to like do all the things. Like it gives you energy because your goals are so inspirational. Like that's true goal setting. That's why we do it, so it can excite you and like make you excited to live and then inspire you because you're feeling good to be out in the world and meet people and have fun things cross your path because your energy is vibrating at a certain level. Your energy is what decides everything in your life. So if your energy is anything other than bright, shining, inspired, activated, then it's a message to you. Like it's time for transformation. It's time for coaching. It's time for healing. It's time for personal development. Personal development, your spiritual path is an ongoing process for your entire life if you want to live your ultimate life, period. It's not like one day you reach the goal and you're done and you just like chill. No, it's a constant upgrade. It's like your car, right? Like you don't just like, okay, like my car is going to run forever but I'm not going to take care of it. This is your vessel for your soul. So you need to take care of your mind. You need to take care of your body. You need to take care of your energy. What do you fuel yourself with? That's anything you consume. What you watch, what you listen to, what you eat, what you put on your body, the environments you're in, all of this contributes. Energy is contagious. So I would like to leave you with a few little prompts for yourself to really see like what is calling to you. 1, ask yourself, am I living my ultimate life? Yes, no, simple question. 2, am I on the path to living my ultimate life? 3 might need to be question 1 is like, what does my ultimate life even look like to me? Like, what would that even mean to me? It's funny, like I left being like a medical doctor for being a life coach because the true medicine is living. I'm going to say that again. The true medicine, what will take away the aches, the pains, all of that is living. So many people are living vicariously through other people on social media, on the internet versus living their own lives. So to really live is to connect to your desires, your goals, your dreams, and then be on the path to that. So that's why it's like, okay, what's my ultimate life? What do I want to be living? Sometimes that's like what I help people with in the program. It's like, let's get clear. Let's get clear. What do you want? So in this moment, this is like an opportunity of just like, I'm happy to be here sharing this with you. And then of course, for those of you that want to go deeper, you know where to find me. But it's like really connecting with yourself of like, what's true for me? Like I have this one life that I get to live. And you know, if you're here on this call or you popped in at any moment in time on this call, like your ultimate life is speaking to you. It's like calling to you. It's like, hey, remember me? I still want to be a goal that's achieved. I still want to like experience that thing. So I invite you to focus on the beauty of the now. Be here now, get really present for yourself and really see where are you living in alignment with your ultimate life now, where you're not, and what you want to do to support you in being on the trajectory to your ultimate life. What needs to shift? What needs to rearrange? What do you need to upgrade in your system? Do you need support? Usually the answer is yes, because that's always been my favorite way to ascend at lightning speed. Because when you have others who've gone there before you, it's that much faster. When you have people vibrating at a higher level, you can sync up with them and attune to them. Energy is contagious. So allow it to be contagious with the people who you want to be like, who you like their energy. Who you hang out with affects who you become. So if you notice like who you're spending time with and how you feel when you're around them, if you feel anything other than inspired, then it's better to find some new friends. Do the things that inspire you, that light you up. So I'm open to any questions that you ever had. So someone asked, have you ever read Braiding Sweetgrass or The Misfilled Path? I have not read those books, but I imagine they're good if you commented about them. So reading is always a great way to, is one of the ways, right, that we can evolve ourselves. It's also like listening to talks and people talking and going through a process of learning, right, and experience. Like travel was an excellent teacher. So thank you for sharing the wise words, Nikki. Oh, you're welcome. My pleasure. So I'm going to be coming on live a lot more because I know that Sometimes we don't want to read the things, and I actually love speaking live. So if there's ever any topics that you want me to cover, I really invite you to, ask me right up, especially through comments, so that everyone else can see and people can be like, oh yeah, I want to learn about that too. I want us to like discuss that also. So I know that I've been given a gift of speech of my life journey, and I feel like I want to come on to share more about my life journey too, because I sometimes take for granted, and I think that everyone knows my life journey, but not everyone does, because people are always finding each other at different moments. So I'm going to leave you with that today. We shared a lot of good stuff. Get in alignment with your ultimate living. That means getting in alignment with your ultimate embodiment. Be present, be here and now. Appreciate the simple things. Really, really love the moment, and from that place, have your eye on the prize, on your ultimate living, and allow everything to be that stepping stone on the path. Never settle, never stay stuck. Never stay, even when your intuition, aka your soul, that nudge that in your stomach is telling you it's time to move on. It's time to go this way. It's time to go that way. Listen to those moments. So important. And ultimately, the new perspective is to keep it simple. It's really simple. Like, yes, no. Is this in alignment with me? Yes, no. Is this in alignment with my ultimate living? Yes, no. Is this ultimate living for me? No, yes. And whatever is a yes, go that way. Whatever is a no, it's like, okay, let me put my energy somewhere else, to the things that are a yes. And then from there, new things open up. So when there's a no, it's like, great, it's a no. I get to close the door. My energy gets to go to another place. You're not obligated to do anything. There's no obligation needed in life. It gets to be enjoyable and fun and ultimate living in every moment because you decide it to be, because you show up for that. And you deserve that. Your desires are guiding you. Your ultimate life is the life that your soul decided, that's the life I want to live on earth. You can choose to waste your life away, or you can choose to be like, yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to totally do it. It's going to be scary, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to walk through the fire. I'm going to go. I'm going to do it. And so if I make a mistake, it's not a mistake. It's learning. You're learning in every single moment. Every moment is the upgrade. It's the upgrade. It's the upgrade. It's the upgrade. Every experience, you're learning. You're evolving. So yeah, I just love coming on here and riffing with you guys, because I really do feel that every single human possible is able to live their ultimate life. And when we do, that's when we create the new earth. And it doesn't have to be manifest right now in this moment. It's something that evolves and magnetizes to you as you evolve and radiate your unique light, your soul's light. And if you have found your gifts and you are living your ultimate life, then guess what? You get to become the muse. And you inspire that in others through your art, and how you show up in life, in your embodiment, and what your offerings are to the world, your creations. Because anything other than that ends up being like robotic living. So someone says, that's exactly what I needed to hear. Thank you for sharing. I love when that happens, because, hey Teresa, hey Gabriel, I like seeing people that I know here, Keith. Yeah, that's my intention, is I just love inspiring you guys. And it's like, I feel like I literally was born as like this light of joy. Today someone watched one of my videos, I don't know which one, and they were like, oh my gosh, you're like a burst of joy. Sometimes I'm more joyful than others, but I can definitely just like turn it on like a switch and be like, oh my God, we're here to live our ultimate lives. When I was a little kid, actually, I was like always living my ultimate life, in the sense that like I would crack up by myself, literally hysterically laughing for like hours. And my mom would be like, Nikki, I think you're sleepy. It's time to go to bed. Because that would be when I was like most uninhibited, and I would just laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh. So I have been given the joy gift and the gift to inspire others And honestly, watching my clients evolve is like my favorite thing on the planet. I love, love, love watching my clients evolve. So I want to stay in here forever. I do need to go now because I do have a client consult and I want to eat something before, but I love you guys so much. You're going to see me live more. Comment. Once I post this, I want you to comment what other topics you want me to go live about. And remember, focus on the details of the now. Nature, the beauty of the moment. Allow your gratitude and the things that you love that you feel are so beautiful, allow them to guide you. And that's one perspective that I have for you today on living your ultimate life. I'm Dr. Nikki Starr, aka Dr. Love, and I'll see you again soon. Kisses and bye for now.